Hello, welcome back to Moonlit Path Tarot. So today we're just going to do a quick past, present, future energy check-in. Hopefully it won't be too long, but you know how that goes. All right, Spirit, so for the collective, please tell me a little bit about their recent past energy. Tell me about their recent past. Eight of Cups. Okay. Water. Nope, too many. Tower, soulmate. I wonder if this is a relationship, but we shall see. Okay. And one more. Thank you. Okay. So we have Eight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. So it looks like you were walking away from something that was no longer for you, no longer for your highest good. Maybe you were trying to build with somebody, trying to grow with somebody, or trying to make something happen. And it was, I don't want to say it's slow and steady progress. I feel like it just maybe wasn't for you. I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll get some clarifiers. But Page of Pentacles is about a new opportunity and a new beginning. And the beginning stages of something. So it looks like you walked away from something that was no longer for your highest good. And it's slow and steady progress at the moment, but it looks like you're headed towards a new opportunity or a new beginning or the beginning stages of something. And then bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords talks about being in our own head, getting in our own way. So I'm not saying you're doing that, but I'm wondering if that was the reason that you had to walk away because maybe, I don't know, this thing, person, place wasn't allowing you to grow or be who you were, or I don't know. Well, I don't want to jump too far ahead. So we will go ahead and get some clarifiers in a minute. So tell me about the collective's current energy, Spirit. Okay. So, all right. And one more, please. No, that's too many. Nope, just kidding. Thought it was two that came out. Okay, so looks like your current energy, you might be cautious of the people around you. You might feel like there's competition around you or conflict or rivalry or struggle, I guess, for lack of a better word, because it looks like you're in the process of healing a broken heart or protecting your heart or taking a time out, a vacation, recuperating from something from the past. And then Queen of Swords, it looks like you, whatever this thing is that you're going through, you're keeping your honesty, you're keeping your integrity, you are a good communicator, and it looks like you're just in the process of right now protecting your heart and trying to find a balance. With what? I'm not sure yet. Maybe Spirit will let us know. So tell me a little bit about the collective's near future. Near future. One more, two more, please. Near future, one more. One more for the collective's very near future, please. Spirit. One more for the collective's very near future. Okay, thank you. Well, I don't love that, but we'll see. Oh, I do love this. Okay. So it looks like your very near future, I don't like this card. I'm not sure what's up with that, but honestly, with this new beginning and this new beginning, it looks like maybe just your days of feeling abandoned or feeling left out in the cold or feeling on the outside of things are coming to an end. Because this talks about a new beginning, and this is like a celebration, like a reason to celebrate, like joy, happiness, a marriage proposal, your twin flame, right? 1111, Four of Wands. So we have fire, earth, and then we have fire, air, water, earth. Okay, so it looks like in the very near future, you're getting, this is also talks about the creative spark of passion, right? Like innovative new ideas. So you might have some kind of new idea, or you might be in the beginning stages of something that you're trying to get off the ground, which will lead to harmony and balance, which is kind of what I see when I see the 1111 card. It is the twin flame card. It does mean marriage. It does mean like a proposal, but it could also be like buying a house. Like maybe you are, I don't know, living in an apartment and you want to buy a home, or you want to meet somebody new and leave this person from the past behind. It looks like you're getting ready to do that because the bottom of the deck talks about Page of Wands, good news. This is about good news that's on the way, quickly on the way. So let's see. Looks like in the near future, you're going to be starting something new. You're going to have some kind of new beginning, and it's going to give you a reason to celebrate. It's going to be, like I said, a marriage proposal, buying a home, finding your fucking, soul tribe, whatever that is, finding a brand new relationship, or not even a new relationship, because it's not about finding a new relationship. It's about finding the right relationship, right? The relationship that's perfect for you. So I'm getting that. I don't have like a card to clarify this yet, but with this, I am intuitively sensing that it's just your days of feeling abandoned and left out in the cold are coming to an end. So tell me about the Eight of Cups for the collective's recent past. Okay, well, okay. Yeah, so I guess that makes sense. So, right, if you're walking away from something that's no longer for your highest good, then we talk about the Devil and the Knight of Swords. So the Devil is bondage, addiction, right? It's two people that are chained up and blindfolded. Like they could untie themselves and get up and walk away, but that's sometimes hard to do, right? So this talks about negative people in your life, negative behaviors or patterns or toxic traits or addictions or things that are just not good for you, right? And it looks like you're leaving that in the past. That's what you walked away from, was this Devil energy. You might have been dealing with a Capricorn, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. And then it looks like Knight of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, you are rushing towards success, quickly moving. You made some kind of decision, you left, and now you're rushing towards whatever it is that's meant for you, right? Because again, with this is just the way I'm seeing it. Leaving behind this Devil energy and rushing towards success. So it looks like you're on your way to something much better than what you left behind. So let's see, bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. So this talks about somebody who's self-made. You might be a single parent, but this is also somebody who's wealthy, somebody who owns their own business, things like that. So you might be starting a new business with this Ace of Wands and this Page of Pentacles, and then it might lead you to find your life's purpose, or make a lot of money while helping other people in the process. So let's see. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles for the collective's recent past energy, please. Ooh, didn't mean to bend that so much. All right, Six of Cups, bottom of the deck. Okay, yeah, it looks like you left a relationship. So Page of Cups, I thought this was King for some reason. Page of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Six of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So the way I'm reading this, slow and steady progress, like you were trying to expand, you were trying to build, you were trying to grow with somebody. It was slow and steady progress, but it was progress. And then you had to walk away from it for whatever reason. This person might have been just immature. They might have, the reason I say that is because it's the page, right? And page and king, pages are usually more immature than kings. And then with the Six of Cups, that talks about people from the past, things from the past, like relationships from the past. So it also talks about nostalgia and like healing inner childhood wounds. But specifically what I'm getting is that you left somebody behind that was immature, had some kind of addictions maybe. They could have just been not very nice to you. They just might not have been meant for you. And if they weren't like horribly abusive, they just might not have been the right person for you. And maybe that they were immature. So tell me a little bit about the Page of Pentacles in the collective's recent past, please. Ooh, thank you. Three of Pentacles. Okay. And then Ace of Wands again, bottom of the deck. So Page of Pentacles, like I said, talks about a new opportunity, the beginning stages of something. And then Three of Pentacles is, it's like community, collaboration, working together with other people. So you might have left a community of people. This might just not be one person. It might be a community of people you left behind. Or you may be in the beginning stages of finding your actual community of people like I talked about with this Four of Wands. But for this being the past energy, I'm just going to go with left behind something that was toxic, rushing towards success. Whatever was toxic was slow and steady, but maybe you were trying to build with somebody who was too immature and not on your level. And then the beginning stages or a new opportunity with your new soul tribe, right, in the future, or just leaving behind a community of people that may have been toxic and not very good for you. So let's see. Talk about the Five of Wands for the collective's current energy. Spirit. Oh, thank you. I don't know why I got to throw it on the floor, but thank you. Wow. Okay. So it looks like whatever it is in your current energy, you are staying strong. Strength. Leo, bottom of the deck. And then Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords and Five of Wands. So yikes, that's all I'm going to say. Like Ten of Swords talks about backstabbing, betrayal, painful endings. So I'm getting this as a person. If you don't want to read it as a person, if it was like a job that fucked you over or a coworker that fucked you over and you're leaving the job, that's fine. But I'm reading this as a relationship for right now. So it looks like whatever this thing, relationship, person, place was from the past, you're leaving that behind because they backstabbed you, they betrayed you, they tried to screw you over, for lack of a better word, because the Ten of Swords, like I said, talks about backstabbing, betrayals, and painful endings, but it also talks about challenging times coming to an end with this Strength card, right? And that you're in the process of protecting your heart, taking a time out. You might be in like Hermit energy. I didn't pull the Hermit yet, but I'm seeing it in my mind's eye. So just maybe in Hermit energy, trying to heal a broken heart or trying to heal or move on from whatever happened in the past. So talk about the Four of Swords for the collective's current energy, please. Wow, yeah. Nine of Swords. So you might be having some kind of hard time sleeping, or you just might have a little bit of fear or anxiety about what the future holds, but try not to do that, right? Whenever you start to, I started calling this the blown tire theory, right? Because think about it like this. If you have no money in your account and you blow a tire, the person who freaks out about, why does this always happen to me? Of course this would happen. Oh, yep. Anything else? Like, yep, I knew it. It's always something. The person who freaks out, that's what they're going to get more of. More things to be worried about, more things to have anxiety about, more things going wrong. But the person who blows a tire with no money in their account and goes, it'll work itself out. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. That's the person that the universe will figure it out for, right? So if you're in, and I know it's easier said than done, trust me, I know. But if you're in this like anxiety, fear, worry, just try to catch yourself. If you're thinking about it, oh, I'm starting to worry about this thing, acknowledge you are having this feeling and then move on and try to think about something else, something positive. Or start a gratitude journal, right? And just write down things throughout the day that you're grateful for, no matter how small, and the universe will keep giving you things to be grateful for. And I'm not saying that you're not grateful for anything. I'm just saying that if you're living in this space of having maybe some worry or anxiety or fear, try not to feed that energy, right? Try not to feed into that, because if you feed it, that's what'll grow. So just try not to give so much of that your attention and your energy. If you can't control it, try to let it go. Acknowledge it and let it go, right? Because you can't, there's no point in worrying about stuff you have no control over. Do what's in your control and let go of what isn't. And then for the Queen of Swords in the collective's current energy, tell me a little about, Five of Pentacles again. Okay, yeah. So it looks like oh my gosh, you can't even make this shit up. I just told you not that long ago, I'm seeing the Hermit in my mind's eye. The universe always confirms the Hermit, right? So yeah, you're definitely in this Hermit energy, and these days of people abandoning you, of leaving you out in the cold, of trying to fuck you over, of trying to make everything really hard for you are coming to an end, right? Because the Queen of Swords is somebody who's great with communication, but it's not somebody who will go back and forth with you, right? Her heart is down here in this cage. It's in the cage for a reason, because she's tired of people fucking stabbing it all the time. That's what I say. But like, she's also somebody who's got great integrity and honesty. So whatever happened in the past, if somebody did something to you, you didn't try to like go on the internet and blast them, or you didn't try to like run around to everyone who would listen and talk about what a terrible, awful person they were. You know what I mean? So whatever this thing happened in the past was, you kept your honesty, you kept your integrity. And even though it caused you, and currently may still be causing you, to have some anxiety or feel backstabbed and left out in the cold, that is coming to an end in the future. Very near future. This is like 1 to 6 months usually in the near future that I typically do. So within the next 6 months, let's get some clarifiers, but I got a pretty good feeling that your life is going to look a lot different than it does right now. Now is the time to rest. Now is the time for recuperating, for healing, for taking a time out, for going into Hermit mode, right? And so if you're already in the Hermit mode, then perfect. You're already doing what you're supposed to be doing. Things happen for a reason, and the universe will get you into certain places at certain times in your life to make sure you're on the right track. So let's see, let me get, tell me about the Ace of Wands for the collective's near future. Clarify the Ace of Wands for the collective's near future, please. Thank you. Two of Swords. Okay, cool. So, Two of Swords, it talks about like, oh my God, bottom of the deck, right after that, Four of Wands, a reason to celebrate, a marriage proposal, buying a house, having enough money, meeting your twin flame, meeting your divine counterpart, right? It looks like you're going to have some kind of decision to make in the near future, but this is a decision you need both of your head and your heart to make. So, this is kind of the story. This is what kind of reminds me of Odin's ravens, right? He sends one out that way, one out that way. They both come back and report. One's his logic, one's his heart, right? So you're using both your logic and your heart to make decisions, not just one or the other. Because one or the other leads to outcomes we don't want. But it looks like whatever it is that you're manifesting, whatever it is that you're working on getting off the ground or moving towards having a new beginning, that it's going to pay off. It's going to be really fruitful and it's going to give you a reason to be really, really happy. Because you got Four of Wands twice. That's double confirmation for the twin flame card, a twin flame card, I guess I should say. And you might be a Gemini, because sometimes if I get doubles of a lot of things, like we had Ace of Wands twice, Four of Wands twice, then sometimes it reminds me of twin energy, so you might be a Gemini. But let's go ahead and get some clarifiers for the Four of Wands for the collective's near future, please. Ooh, thank you. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Gosh, please, stop. Knocking all my cards on the dang floor. How about I do this and just move them? Okay, so, yep, Ten of Wands. I actually really like this card. So this card talks about burdens and needing to release them, right? So whatever it is you're getting ready to decide upon, whatever decision it is that you're going to make, it's going to cause you to release these burdens, right? These heavy burdens that you've been carrying, it's time to release them because you can't get to where you need to go if you're carrying past trauma, past people's shit, just like past negativity, right? So do your best to let that go because whatever decision you're making in the next 1 to 6 months, it's going to cause you to feel lighter, for lack of a better term, right? Much lighter. Bottom of the deck, King of Cups. This is somebody who's emotionally balanced, somebody who's emotionally vulnerable, a divine masculine. So if you left somebody with this devil toxic energy, you're moving towards somebody that is emotionally vulnerable, emotionally intelligent, emotionally balanced, somebody who is successful and somebody who's calm, patient, kind, right? Not somebody who's, again, the toxic devil energy. So talk about the Five of Pentacles for the collective's near future. Can you clarify that for me, please? What's up with that, Spirit? Talk about the Five of Pentacles for the collective's near future. No. Come on. Please clarify the Five of Pentacles for the collective's near future. Ooh, High Priestess. Using your... Oh my gosh. Okay, this is the third time that this card has come out in this reading. Okay, collective, I know some people don't like the term twin flame. Fine, use the term divine counterpart, use soul partner, use perfect match. Whatever you want to use, this is what it is for you. You are about to meet your perfect match. The way I said, I have a feeling that this Five of Pentacles is coming to an end of you feeling abandoned, wounded, left out in the cold by other people, right? Screwed over, for lack of a better term. I know I keep saying that, but for lack of a better word, that's all I keep hearing because I can't find anything else to think. I think I've said that like 10 times in this reading alone. So there must be a reason for that. So you must feel like you're lacking in some way or that you were in the past. But whatever you were lacking in the past, you are releasing those burdens and you are buying a house, you are getting married, you are finding your match, you are whatever it is that you're manifesting. This is confirmation that this is over. And that doesn't mean, obviously that you will never have hardships or you'll never struggle again in your life. But what it means is this like constant toxic, I'm getting screwed over, I feel left out in the cold, I feel abandoned, right? Because it could be anything. It could have been Three of Swords, it could have been, Five of Swords, it could have been anything. But the one that came out was Five of Pentacles, which tells me abandonment. You are used to people leaving you or leaving you out in the cold or abandoning you. And that is over. This is over. You're going to meet your person. Good news is on the way. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. If this is a business, if this just say this isn't a relationship, if this is a business, you're going to be successful at it and you're going to make money with it. Yep, again, overcoming obstacles through sheer determination and willpower. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is self-made. Like I said, somebody who's wealthy, somebody who has money, somebody who is secure financially and spiritually, right? She's very balanced. She isn't worried. She doesn't lack anything. So this looks so good for you. I'm actually really happy for you, and I love this outcome, and I think this is a great place to leave this for you. So like I said, if this is a business, you're going to be wealthy. You're going to make money. If this is just a new job, you left a different one, again, expect to have a little more freedom in this job, because this does mean a bunch of different things, but the one that keeps popping out to me is self-made, self-made, self-made. So if you're about to start a business, it's going to be successful. If you just started a new job, you're going to be successful at it. If you left a relationship, you are going to meet your person. This came out 3 effing times. That tells me, I don't care how much you want to pretend like it's not a relationship. I don't care how much you want to pretend like a person that isn't meant for you isn't coming for you, because they are. They are. The Spirit is saying, listen, Linda, I told you 3 times what you want is on its way. And this is in the next 1 to 6 months. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll like jump into a relationship and be in a relationship in the next 1 to 6 months. But it does tell me that if this is a relationship, you will meet this person within the next 1 to 6 months if you haven't already. You may be like aware of them in like your periphery, right? You may like pass them once in a while, but like you may not have any idea that the person that you don't pay that much attention to is the person that you're going to end up with, if that makes sense. So I guess what we'll do now is we will go ahead and pull some significant numbers and then some initials and see what we got for you. All right, so what do we got for the numbers? We have 5, 3, 14, 10, and 3. So you might be saying angel number 33 or 333, which in that case, that's like my Jesus number, right? That's, if I see that, it kind of lets me know that Jesus is around. That's just the number that I associate with him. So, but it might not be that, just might be 33. Just look up the angel number 33. You might be 35, 53. You might have a March birthday, October birthday, May birthday. So you might be Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries. The 14th might be significant. The 10th might be significant. The 5th or the 3rd might be significant. All right, so now we will go ahead and I will pull some initials, and if you get either your initials or even the initials of your future person, come back and comment. Oh, now's a good time to say my readings are timeless, so whenever you come across this is when you were meant to see it. So if you see it a year from now, that's when you were meant to see it. And then take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and if you tell me in the comments like how this resonates for you, because I do love to read about it and I do love to know how these apply to my collective. And then also, if this has resonated with you, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel, because when you do that, we develop a psychic connection, which helps my readings be more accurate for you. All right, so for the letters, we have M, S, D, DNR. They might work for the DNR. You might work for the DNR. So we have MSDNRO, another M, H, J, U, F, scoot that over a little bit, F, T, E, C, another H, Y, do a couple more, K, V, another K, P, L, few more, what do we have, 2 more, let's see, oh. Another V, another F, another O, let's see, G, and another P. Let's go one more. I. All right, so we have 2 M's, 2 O's, T, 2 V's, 2 P's, E, 2 H's, S, D, J, C, L, G, Y, U, N, R, 2 F's, 2 K's, and I. All right, collective, that is where I will leave this reading for you. Feel free to check back for the next one. And as always, as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul.